I'm like kind of a coward. I don't know. I think I'm cowardly about the social stuff, but when it comes to like physical stuff, I'm like weirdly like I have a low, like it's just like I don't know, like it's the social stuff that gets me like really cowardly. On my way to to the zoo that I like checked myself into, I was like driving and like I passed a wildfire. And I knew that it wasn't just like a normal fire, and I knew that it was a wildfire because like the sky turned orange. You guys know what I'm talking about? Have you ever been through a wildfire at like 1 in the afternoon when the sun is at its like zenith? Like the sky was orange. It was crazy. It was wild. and then okay. Don't ask me why I did this, right? But I looked at the clock on the automobile, the horseless carriage that I was driving. It's like, I got time. And then I went off the main highway, and then I drove towards the wildfire until I hit a roadblock, and there was like a bored cop hanging out there, right? And he's like, it's closed off, it's dangerous. And I was just like, can I check it out? And he looked at me like I was the stupidest motherfucker to ever walk this earth. Cause like cops are generally kind of aloof, right? And like he had to drop his like don't give a fuck like look, just be like, what? so he didn't let me through, and I had to turn back around. But bro said, "Pretty please, please, officer, I want to see the fire." Oh sweet, a wildfire, let's go. Okay, I looked it up, and wildfires are actually pretty fast. Did you guys know this? They can actually, like, in a good wind, they can match like car speed, right? In my head, I was like, I've got myself a fast horseless carriage. I got myself an automobile. I can go right up to the wildfire and then take a selfie. You know, like you know the guy that's like crouching and he's got like the praying hands in front of like an ass crack. I wanted to do that in front of the wildfire, and you know, maybe that would be my return to like Twitter. But like I looked it up, and like wildfires can actually travel like at the speed of a car. So it's like, oh okay, so a car. Please, please do this sober. How are you alive with this kind of thinking? I could think of a couple times where like it would have gotten dicey, but people came out of nowhere to like help me out. I don't know. I think it's like a pretty natural human instinct to like help people. It could be overridden by like years and years of like trauma and like people shitting on you. And that's why like if I meet a person that has like no inclination to help people, that's not their fault usually, right? Usually like just really bad experience, like they just don't do that anymore. But like it is, I think I firmly believe that it's like a very natural human inclination. You guys are all right, you humies. You guys are okay. Like it's like a natural inclination to like help people out that are like in a bind. Sick, a fire, let me check it out. Like in hurricanes, I wouldn't know anything about that. Wink. Hurricanes.